Hello, investors. I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm going to get this one out so you can watch it first thing when you wake up, 10:30 in the morning or 8:30, just depending on what side of the country you live on. We're going to be in this conference call. If you're not able to make it, I'm going to summarize my thoughts once it's done. I might attend this live. I'm not sure yet. We've got a loss per share. We've got 0.95. You could see the big takeaway, the negative aspect of the report was the continued operations, the net loss that's just climbing there. And hopefully they'll get that under control. I believe that they will. Now, they have a corporate presentation, and it's pretty much a duplicate of what we've seen before. It's just got the four pillars here. It's got the operations, retail, the liquor, and investment. So those four pillars, we're very familiar with those, and it's got the results in here. Results are nicely summarized, and I would just say this net loss is really the one that jumps out. You can see it jumped up here. So that's the only negative thing. I would say everything else is pretty positive, even though we have a net revenue compared by 2020 to 2021. You can see it's actually a decrease. But what we're really looking at is what were analyst expectations, and analyst expectations were pretty low. You can see we had a high revenue estimate of 49. So 49 was the analyst expectation, and you can see we beat that. So in the quarter, for the fourth quarter on TradingView, we have 9.24 as a surprise beat. They've got this in here as green. Previously, the video prior to this, I had this blocked, and April 29th was the question mark whether or not this was going to take place Monday. We know now that this was a surprise beat on revenue. It's looking good. Reported 23 is what they've got here. Estimate, analyst estimate 13. That's what really matters. And if we go back here, we've got a revenue estimate here for December 13. Looks to be accurate. And 23 was the beat number. Let's see if that is accurate. Let's go back to the table, and we'd have to look at the actual quarter, and that's going to be in this. So if we scroll down here, we've got net revenue for 2021. It's got 56. So it's taken us fourth quarter right here, 22.7. So that was an increase of 63% over the fourth quarter of 2020. So that's good. There's a lot of good news in here, but all questions of mine have been answered. I want to reiterate that. So what were the questions that I had? Number one was the buyback. The buyback, there's a blackout period through May 16th, and it looks like they might do something on or after May 16th. Another question that I had was the reverse stock split. And in here, it did talk about the reverse stock split, that would happen in Q3. That means July. You need to be out of this if it's still under $1 by July. Don't worry, I'm going to stay on this one, but we've got the rest of this month. We've got May, the buyback. We've got June, and that is it. So we have to see what happens right here. Let's see, May 16th, that's that buyback program. And then down here a little bit further, it talks about the reverse stock split, that they would be in favor of doing the reverse stock split. I'm not sure that I can find right here. Implement a reverse stock split in the third quarter. That would be July. So I would not wait on that. We'll have to see what happens. This is not a sell, the news. Some people might want to lock in profits, but here's another catalyst. Not only May 16th, but the business plans on rebranding themselves, and I think that this is also going to be really important. So the new brand will better reflect our activities as a company, and it looks like they're going to be talking about this with shareholders during the next annual investor meeting on what that rebranding could look like. So that could be definitely another positive catalyst for the stock. Hopefully we'll get some retail momentum behind it. We can get this up over $1. Hopefully we get one more earnings under our belt before July. Okay, so you want to hold on to this one. I believe I plan on holding on to it. We'll have to see what happens with this price action. But I will tell you, there was a leak of information. There had to have been that earnings was coming, because look at this volume right here, 70 million, 60 million, and then it just jumped up a little bit. There were some people who knew Darkpool was trading this, I believe, and now we're going to go into tomorrow morning pre-market. I believe we're going to see a little bit of a run-up. I believe in here somewhere else I was reading that they had this at 61 cents fair value. So 61 cents is where this was marked. Now I believe they're only running about 35% capacity, and this is down from 75% capacity, and they do not intend to buy Value Buds or the Nova brand. They plan on, and it says they legally cannot acquire further than the 60% stake equity in Nova Cannabis. So I think that's really important because we're not going to be further diluted in the near term. So that's also another positive that I'm taking away from this. That's pretty much all I got. I want to keep it short, but I've got ticker terminal up here too, and you can see it's going to be a continued progress up. We just got to watch these costs here. I mean, this is rough. 206,000 for the net loss. Want to be able to turn that around. Those are my thoughts initially. Let's see what happens in the pre-market. I'll be listening to this call. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it live, but be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for following. I believe that this is potentially an opportunity for those of you that need to take some off the table. Look for this to push up to 79 cents, 86 cents, and this could be the first level of resistance. Watch it as it starts to step up. It's going to hit this RSI, and then it's going to come back down. It shouldn't go below this 50 here. It shouldn't go below this 50. It should stay in an uptrend through open on market tomorrow. So let's see what happens. Hopefully this is going to be great news. I believe it is. I believe guidance is pretty clear. Obviously we'll have to listen to that call, and after the call there could be some profit taking at the start of the call. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I don't think there's any surprises. I believe all of the information has been released, and maybe there's some excitement about rebranding Sundial, and that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the morning, and trade safe.